It was the closest he'd ever been to freedom. He was being paid, and black folks around him existed freely. But before long, enslavement would rear its ugly head again, and he'd have to cook up some creativity to truly get free. This is 2 Minute Black History, what you didn't learn in school. The only life James Hemings knew was to be enslaved on the Monticello plantation in Virginia. But he and his siblings, including Sally Hemings, walked the line between freedom and enslavement many times. When his enslaver, Thomas Jefferson, sailed to France in 1784, 19-year-old Hemings joined him with one mission in mind: to become a top chef. Little did Hemings know, his entire life would pivot on his cooking skills. Hemings spent 5 years living between two worlds. Technically, he was still enslaved. But in Paris, then the world's culinary capital, he had mastered French cooking techniques, managed a kitchen as head chef, earned wages, and freely explored Paris. But Hemings had a greater purpose for it all. When he returned to Virginia a few years later, Hemings also returned to enslavement. But he wasn't complacent and negotiated with Jefferson for his freedom. In exchange for training his younger brother Peter to replace him in the kitchen, Hemings freed himself. Sadly, Hemings died before he was able to earn the freedom of his brother and his family members. However, his resistance to the system that tried to keep him in bondage teaches us an important lesson. We must cultivate our talent and innovatively use our skills as tools for liberation as best we can, even against difficult odds. In order to move towards the future, you've got to look to the past. This has been 2 Minute Black History, a podcast by Push Black. Show your support by sharing this episode on your social media and join us in amplifying stories we all deserve to know.